Hello everyone, you're welcome back to Data Nest with Angie. In today's class, I'll be teaching you how to confidently clean raw data and turn it into a simple interactive dashboard. Bulk of the time, as data analysts, what we do is we create dashboards. Okay, not just anyhow dashboard that shows insights, that gives insights, that gives pictorial insights of a data set that we have worked on, that an organization can use to, solve issues they are facing in their company, to see where they are lacking behind, to see where they need to make an improvement in. So this right here is a dashboard. Okay, it shows the top performing products by rating. It shows different analysis that an organization wants you as a data analyst to perform for them. So what is a dashboard? A dashboard is a visual summary of your data. All right, this summarizes your data set. Okay, it displays your most important insights. Displays your trends. So these are your insights. This right here is an insight of top performing products by rating. This is a trend. Okay, that's how you can see this line right here. So it shows the comparison of actual price, discounted price, and product rating. It also shows you key metrics. Your key metric, that's your KPI, is your key performance indicators. Okay, so it's showing you the total products the company manufacture is 1K, the total categories is 211, the total review is 1K. So a dashboard is a visual summary of of the most important insights, the trends of a company, and the key metrics in one place, in one visual. All right, this dashboard here, everything right here in this dashboard is in one word, visual. It uses what? Charts, okay, tables, and also visuals. So it also uses pie chart. We have pie charts, we have our bar chart, we have our clustered bar charts, okay. And yeah, these are clustered bar charts, these are pie charts. So this is what a visual is all about. It is like a report card for your data. It shows you what is working, what is not working, and it helps you to make decisions at a glance. So in Excel, let's go back to our Excel. In Excel, a dashboard can include pivot tables. Okay, so let me come back here. It involves pivot table. This right here is what? A pivot chart. We have what we call pivot tables and charts in Excel. That's what you use to create in your dashboard. This is a pivot table. When you have segments, average revenue is a pivot table. And this right here is your pivot chart. Your pivot chart comprises of what is in your pivot table. Okay. And then charts like bar charts. Yeah, these are bar charts. Okay. We also have pie chart. Let's see, we have line chart, shows you trend over time. It shows you how a company performed in a year, or in 2 years, or in 3 years. We also have what we call slicers in Excel. This is a pie chart. Okay, an Excel dashboard include a pie chart as well. And it also includes slicers. So I'm going to be teaching us all of this. Okay, so let's get started with Excel for data. Now, how do we import a data set? So I'm going to do this in a new sheet. I'm going to expand. Before creating dashboard, you need to get your data, right? So you can get your data in different sources. It can come in as a CSV file, it can come in as a normal folder, a normal PDF file that you can extract from right, and convert it. You can actually convert it into a normal file, so you can further download it into your Excel. So I'm going to be importing a data now. So how do we import a data set? You can, first of all, you can do it different ways. Okay, you can create a new sheet, Control N, to open a new page, and then you go to data. Okay, once you go to data, you see options like get data from text CSV, from web. So we have different ways of getting our data. You can get your data from a CSV file, you can get your data from a normal file. Okay, see, so we have different options here. We have from file, from databases, from Azure, from Power Platform, from online services, from other services. All right, so we want to get our file from, that's our data set, from an Excel workbook. So let's choose Excel workbook. If your file comes in from a PDF format, as a PDF format rather, you can click here. All right, if you come from a folder, you can click here, but mine is coming from an Excel workbook. Okay, so let's click on Excel workbook, and then we're going to drag all the way down to look for what file we are looking for. Okay, so I don't want to work with any of this file here, so I'll go back. All right, go back to data. Then I want to get my file from text CSV. Okay, I think the data set is in the text CSV, so let's go to my download. Okay, fine, it's in the text CSV, so I have different data sets here. Okay, so I want us to work on car insurance policy data set. So you double click. Okay, and then data sets, let's click all files. So we want to get the data set from all files. You see, then you see your car insurance policy, you double click, and then it's going to load up into your Excel. So it's loading. Now it's showing you the file that you have loaded, the car insurance policies. Okay, so you click select, you click on the data set you want to work with. This is the one I want to work with. I click on select, yeah, and I click on, hold on. Okay, yes, yeah, this is my file. So I click on it, and you'll be seeing options like load data, transform data, cancel. Now, this load means you do not want to perform any cleaning. Okay, you don't want to remove every error. If there's any error in your data set, you don't want to remove any error. You're so sure that the data set came in clean. That's when you're going to click on this load. But if you're not sure that the data set came in clean, what do? You click on your transform data. Before building a dashboard in Excel or in Power BI or whatsoever tool you're using, you need to what? Clean up the data set. As a data analyst, your work involves cleaning of data sets. You need to clean your data set to remove every error, to remove every inconsistency, so that there will be no, so that whatever dashboard you'll be building will be accurate, will be correct. Okay, you need to give the company you're working for, or you need to perform an analysis that is correct, that is free from every error. Okay, so you want to what? Transform your data, you want to clean your data to be sure. So what do? You click on your transform data. So you have to wait for Excel to finish doing what it's doing. All right, so now this is our data set right here. We want to clean our data sets. Okay, now this, what you're seeing now, is what we call Power Query Editor in Excel. All right, a Power Query Editor helps you to query your data. Query means, is there any error in my data? Then clean it. Is there any blank space in my data? Clean it. Whatever you want to perform. If you want to add new rows, you want to add new columns, this is where you're going to be doing it. You're going to be doing it in your Power Query Editor in Excel. We also have Power Query Editor in Power BI. But what we are using today is what our Excel tool. We want to know how to create dashboard, how to create visuals in Excel as data analyst. So we use our Power Query Editor in Excel to do that. So we want to be sure if this row, I talked about row and column. We want to know if our columns are correct. So how do you know if your column is correct? This line right here, I think I have to expand. There's no way to expand here. Okay, so this line you can see, is it a green line? Yeah. So when you drag your cursor there, it will show you what is in that particular column. It will show you if there's any error, if there's any empty space. It will show you if that particular column is valid or if it is not valid. So for this birth date column, it is showing us that 1000, that's 100%, the column is 100% valid. There is 0% error and there is 0% empty. That means this birth date is actually an accurate column. So let's see for ID. You drag your cursor to this green line that you can see. It's also showing you that 100, the column is 100% valid. There's no error and there's no empty cell. Remember what I told us about cell? A cell is where you input your data, right? So this right here is a cell, this right here is a cell, this right here is a cell, right? So let's come now to check validity of my data status column. So this is correct, 100% valid. There's no error, there's no empty space. So let's see for car use. Also correct. You have to do this for every column, okay? Also correct, also correct, correct, also correct. This is a perfect data set. Let's see, correct, correct. Okay, so you do not want to be scrolling row wise to see if there's any error, right? So that's why we are doing this. You just click on this green line that you can see on your Excel screen. Okay, it will just show you how valid is that particular column. Is there any error? Is there any empty space that you need to fill? Okay, and I think I'm going to still work with a data set that has error, so we'll know how to clean in data in Excel. This is actually a good data set to work with. So we are sure now that this particular data set is error free. So what do we do? What's the next thing to do? We have what we call close and apply on your left part of your screen. We have refresh review. We have choose column, remove columns. Okay, this remove column means, okay, for instance, the company just wants to find the total sales of cars and in what year. Okay, so that means you need just two particular columns. You need cars, you need the total sales of cars. That means you need to create a column for total sales. That means quantity times price, all right? That's quantity times sales. Then you need to, that's the total sales, and then you need to get in your year column, and that's what you need for that particular analysis. So you don't need the other columns. The other columns become what's irrelevant. So what you do is you remove columns. That's what this remove column means. So we have keep rows, we have remove rows, we have split columns. Split columns, for instance, in a particular column, you have first name and surname in one column. So you want to split that column into two. You want to split into first name and then last name. So this is where split column come in. All right, we have merge queries, we have append queries. I'm going to be teaching us how to merge queries and how to append queries. Merge queries is, for instance, when you have two data sets. Okay, you want to work on an analysis, right? But that data set come in two different data sets. Okay, for instance, you have your product data set and you have your product. We have When you have product data set, you want to know how your staff performed. So the particular data set came in two different data sets. So what you do is you merge queries. You merge the two data sets into one. You can merge two data sets, you can merge three data sets. So I'm going to be teaching us all of that. But for this particular data set, we don't get to merge queries. Why? Because it's just one particular data set that we need to perform what? This analysis. So we are done with confirming if our data set is valid or not. So the next thing to do is to close and apply. So you click on this drop down arrow on your close and apply, and then you see close and load, and you see close and load too. So what we want to do, we want to close and load because it's already on our Excel. So we'll close and load. Perfect. Now this is a structured what data set. Using Power Query in Excel helps you to clean up your data set and to structure your data set to be able to carry out your analysis. So that is about how to open and how to import a data set. Okay, first of all, you open your Excel sheet, open a new work page, all right, and then you go to your data. Go to your data tab and you see get data, you see from text CSV. So you click on your get data, you click on your file. Where do you want to get this particular file from? Is it from PDF? Is it from folder? Is it from Excel workbook? Is it from text CSV? But for this particular data set, it came in a text CSV. So we clicked on our test CSV and it downloaded into our Power Query Words editor. Then we confirmed if it is valid or not, if there's any error, if there's any empty cell. But there was no empty cell, there was no error, it was 100% valid. So we did what? We closed and load the data set into our Excel. All right. So this is it. This is what it came in as, a structured sheet, free from error, free from any empty cell, free from every inconsistency. So that's it about how to import a data set into Excel. We already know what our row means, what our column means, and our cell basics. This is where we have zero. This is where we have zero. This is where we have two is what's called cells. Okay. Then where we have horizontal, you will have information in the horizontal line is what we call what? Row. Where we have information in the vertical line, what we call what? Column. So how do we format headers? We already have I have to take this up. Okay, so we already have these are our headers. If you want to change these headers, you can do that. So we have ID. Okay, that's the name of our role. We have birthday. So we want to change our headers. What do? You double click on that particular header. Okay, we want it to look more professional. So let's make it look better. So control shift B to make it start with a to make it start with a capital B. All right. So let's do for marital status. Okay. Shift M. Let's do for car use. So it's up to you. If you want to do that, fine. If you don't want to do that, it's up to you. Okay, let's do for gender, education. You have to double tap on that particular cell, on that particular header you want to clean. Okay. So let's leave it right there. Okay, that's how to format headers. If you want to change this header name, you can. If you want to change it from parent to father, mother, you can. It's up to you. To change this also to capital C, this also to capital C. So let us leave it like that. All right. So that's basically how to format headers. All right. I've already explained what a dashboard means. Okay. So I think I'm going to get another file to work on, a file that needs basic cleaning. So we learn how to clean in Excel, because this particular video is about cleaning and building dashboard in Excel. All right. So I'm going to get another file that has a lot of cleaning to do. Okay, this particular dashboard came in clean. Okay, so it's 100% valid. Our car here, yeah, we want to make sure that our numeric, rather our numbers are in our right are in the right are the right data types, right? Our text are the right data type. Yeah, our numbers are the right data type, and our year is the right data type. Okay, so I already told us that for a text column, whatever text will appear in the left part of your column, right? Then whatever is in number formats will appear on the right part of your column. So, but our Power Query already showed that this all the data sets, all columns are valid. All right. So that we can see that our numbers are in our right part of our column. Here, our numbers are in our right part of our column. Here, all the numbers are in the right part of our column. So we are correct. We need to look out for this. Okay. So yeah, we are correct. Excel is correct. Yeah, so we are done. Claim amount is in 2 decimal points. Okay, perfect. Household income is in 2 decimal points. Perfect. If you have this particular cell has let me increase it. Mm, you can see anyway. Okay, so let me make it broader. All right. So that's not okay. We have this particular cell has more than two decimal points. You want to change it to two decimal points. You can do that. Click on that particular column you want to work with. Okay, then you go to home. All right, so you see here, this shows you decimal points. This helps you to increase your decimal. You want to increase it to more than two. You want to reduce your decimal points. You want to reduce to two, just two decimal points. So this is already in two decimal points. So leave it at that. It's correct. Okay, so that is about cleaning um for this particular data set. That's about importing, how to open a file, how to work on a file in Excel, how to import a file in Excel, our rows and column and our cell basic, and how to format our headers.